What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. Black woman explains what it's like dating white men. All right, and it seems like black women who dive into the mayonnaise, right? When they go head first in that mayonnaise, right, you find out there is no seasoning in that mayonnaise inside that jar. None. All right, none at all, right? Because they're under this illusion that by dating a white man, they're gonna get some kind of benefit that they don't get from a black man. Now, they're all white dudes because we know white people worship black people in toxic ways and in non-toxic ways, mostly toxic ways. So some white men, when they get an opportunity to get a black woman, they're gonna treat that black woman like an absolute queen because they do not want to lose the singular opportunity that they believe that they have to get one. Okay? They will be a slave to that black woman. That's why you notice all of the relationships that you see work, the ones that get shown off on the internet, are some hyper-aggressive black woman who's overly ambitious, who's clearly the man in a relationship. They're with some white dude who's standing there with the baby in the background like, yep, whatever she says. Because that's the kind of white guy that knows strategically they have to be weak and subservient in order to have a successful relationship with a black woman, period. Because white men don't have they don't have what's the word? Their testosterone, their manliness aura. It's not strong enough to be able to be with a black woman and be the dominator. Only black men can do that, right? Only a black man can be with a black woman and his masculinity matches the strong masculinity of a black woman. Only. There's no other man whose masculinity matches to the black man's masculinity to the point where it perfectly fits with the black woman. But there are black women who have a little bit extra oomph to their femininity. They may got a little bit of testosterone mixed up with their estrogen, right? Right? But they're still females and they want to be in a relationship as long as they're in control completely. And they will go out and get the white man who is willing to capitulate their masculinity in order to be with this black woman. As long as this black woman does not cheat on him a lot, because they will allow that, right? As long as it's discussed, they allow a lot of shit, all right? They allow a lot of shit. They do some shit. Listen, okay? I know because I know some. All right, they do a lot of shit, right? But and they fall in love deeply with these black women. Or they fall in lust deeply with these black women. Or they fall in curiosity deeply with these black women. Or they fall in fetish deeply with these black women. But these black women who dive, and I'm talking about black women, not like that, Susie, all right? The black woman who was raised in the burbs and have no blackness about her other than her hair. She can get braids and shit. I'm talking about Black Nisha. All right, when Black Nisha decided to go get a goddamn Ken doll to play with, they tend to, find out that the grass is most definitely not greener on the other side, because you see, white men do the same shit black men do plus. Okay, listen to me. White men, they cheat, they dogs, they don't take care of their kids, they disrespect, they do the same shit. Okay, plus. You know what that plus is? You know that plus? That's that plus you got to worry. It's the plus you got to worry about. Not the other shit, because you're used to that. It's that plus. And that plus usually ends up on the news. Okay? In one way or another, if you know what I mean. All right? But, hey, there should be a warning label on all white men who are interested in black women. When a black woman see a white man, there should be a warning label, caution label. Like when you travel to a country and they say it's dangerous, there should be a caution there. Right? But, hey, you're a black woman and you want to dive in the mayonnaise, you feel like that mayonnaise been seasoned up, maybe you dropping a little, a bouillon in that bitch. If y'all want to go ahead, go right ahead. But hey, let these black women warn your ass. All right, the grass is most definitely not greener on the other side, and they do the same shit black people do plus, and that's that plus you ain't used to, you ain't ready for. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
So now that my little social experiment is over, I am ready for my tell-all on dating whites. my 30th year, I decided that I was going to throw all cautions and all cares to the wind and explore the curiosity that I've had for a minute. It's not really an infatuation or nothing, but just the curiosity of dating a white man. I was raised being told that white men, no matter how much they like you, how much they think you're beautiful, whatever, they're racist. And when it all boils down to it, if you guys get into an argument, he's going to call you a nigger. Period. I was always warned against dating white, but everybody who knows me knows I'm also impulsive, I'm curious, and I'm going to explore something from within rather than from without. So in my 30th year, I wanted to explore dating a white man, and I will say never again. I told this man millions of times, you are the first and only white man I will ever date. I will never do this again, because one thing I have learned is that white men are worse than black men. They just get away with it. Like, these white men treat their women like crap. And not me, because I'm black. And if you call me a bitch, I'm calling you a bitch. I'm calling your mama a bitch. I'm calling your children bitches. Everything, right? That's a whole nother story. The story that I actually wanted to share with y'all today is the time that I realized that not only do poor white people get welfare, but rich white people do. But they do it in a certain way, right? So well, I'm dating this dude. He's an older man, so he has 5 kids, and they're all very successful, all very established. His youngest daughter has her master's in business administration. She is a qualified real estate broker, and she has her JD. She is a licensed attorney. She has not worked in 8+ years. Why? Because her father is paying her bills. Every year, he writes her a $20,000 check to maintain her qualified broker's license, because he owns a real estate company, and in their state you have to have a qualified broker that works on your staff for you to maintain your real estate license, right? So he's just paying his daughter so he doesn't have to pay anybody else. But not only does she not work, he pays her $20,000 a year. She lives in a house that he purchased for her, and he already pays for all of her kids' activities, schooling, extracurriculars. She's literally just $20,000 to spend, for real. So March comes around. She needs her $20,000 for the 2026 contract year. 2025 over with. She's like, we need to go ahead and re-enter into this new contract. Can you go ahead, type up this new contract and give me my check? He writes her back like, hello, sweetie, whatever. She's like, please refrain from pet names. This girl is not only getting $20,000 a year from her father, but she is no contact with him outside of that money. She got him blocked on her phone. She got him blocked on her different emails. This girl does not talk to this man at all, but she's getting that money from him. So March, she's like, can you send me over a contract and the check for $20,000 for this year? He does that. April rolls around. She says, can you send me a letter saying that I am not one of your employees, because I need to file for my kids' health insurance with the state because it's going to lapse, right? $20,000 in March. In April, oh, I'm not an employee. I need to file for health care. And then in May, she cashes the check. So she holds that $20,000 check until May, until after she gets a letter saying that she is unemployed and that she is low income so that she can get her kids' health insurance. And then she cashed that check in May. So that's how the rich circumvent the system. Not only are they trust fund babies getting money from mommy and daddy for entire salaries for a year, it's not going on anybody's books. And then they're also getting letters from mommy and daddy saying, hey, you're unemployed. You have no income. The state needs to support you. So if this heifer is getting Medicare and Medicaid, I can only imagine what other welfare benefits she is getting. This heifer is probably getting food stamps. This heifer is probably getting freaking, what other, I don't know, Social Security. I don't know. If she didn't have a house that her daddy bought for her, she would probably be getting low income housing. She would probably be in Section 8. But yeah, I thought that was so interesting. I thought that was so funny. And this is just one of many stories. And this is literally the tip of the iceberg for the The interestingness and the craziness of being in rich white folk business. That's what this series is. Rich white folk business. No, not folk. Rich white people business. Yeah.
So I'm coming back from a date, and y'all would not believe what happened. This is part 2 of how traumatizing it is to date a white man as a black woman. We went to the bar that's literally around the corner from my house. I've been there multiple times. We walk in, the bouncer, looks at this dude's ID for a split second and gives it back to him. I give the guy my ID. He looks at it and he puts it through the fucking machine to scan me, to like scan my ID and scan my identification. So as me and this dude walks over to the bar, I was like, oh, it's funny how he, scanned the ninja's ID. The dude that I'm with, that I've been seeing for like the last month, he's like, oh, I didn't notice anything. I was like, you didn't notice? Okay. Okay. And like me, I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna go ahead and like scream like racist, prejudice. But when things are blatant like that, like, okay, so you look at this white man's ID for a split second, give it back to him, immediately trusting him, like, yeah, one of us. But when you see the black person, you look at it like, let's go ahead and scan this bad boy. Yep, scan her face right on in. Yep. There you go, ma'am.
At this point, I just believe God does not want me to date and marry a white man. Because every time I've dated a white man, some crazy catastrophic shit from the universe has occurred. The first time was in FSU. I dated this white man. He was artsy. I met his mother. He said he cared about me. He ghosted me. And then I found out he was arrested because he was dating a child. Like, the man is like a registered pedophile now. The second time I dated a white man, okay, he claimed to be a great guy. He was a ginger. He was fine. He had body. He was sweet. He was kind. He hung out with me on his birthday. He was a single father. He seemed amazing. Only to find out, this man had a girlfriend of 9 years that he lives with. Okay. And in the very first conversation we had, I asked this man, are you seeing anyone? Are you dating anyone? La 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 la. No. He even went as far as to say, oh, I understand what you have to ask because there's crazy people out here. I don't know. This stuff is just, it's too absurd. I don't believe in coincidence. And perhaps my lineage needs to have a lot of melanin. Maybe I just feel like, this is some stuff straight out of a TV show. Me need to leave the white man alone. Men don't understand what go on with them.
I'm a black girl dating a white man, and let me tell you some of the racist ass shit that his family has done since we've been dating. His sister, her husband, and their parents came here for around Valentine's Day, and she wanted to throw her daughter a birthday party. I threw her daughter a birthday party at the house. I invited friends. I had a bounce house. They had a whole spread of multiple different kinds of food. I asked her to get one thing, Ziploc bags. She went to the store during the party. Do you think she brought the Ziploc bags? Okay. So then we get to the end of the night. She's apparently said thank you to my boyfriend multiple times, but has not said thank you a single time to me. Mind you, all the people that are at the party are my friends and their kids. She comes to me the next day crying, holding me like this. I'm sorry. I just felt like you were supposed to try to be friends with me. I'm just like, I'm not like a nice person. Like, I don't really know how to do this. Like, I know that I need to be better at that. You probably say thank you when leaving your birthday parties in your city. What are you talking about? Like other people's birthday parties of children. I'm sure that you make your kids say, thank you so much for having me. I think I'm gonna make this a series because it just keeps going, and just wait because the cops get involved.
Martin Luther King died so I could be in an interracial relationship. He also died so these white men could ruin my life, which they've been doing since the beginning of time. I have a dream to not be personally victimized by the white man anymore. Will it come true though? Maybe with more therapy.
Every accusation is a confession. I will not elaborate.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.